I'd like to show you a little setting that a lot of people don't know about in Adobe Illustrator that can remove one of those frustrating things that happens while using it. So let me show you what I mean. So, have you ever heard of the appearance palette? Well, the appearance palette is something that is there that lists all the different attributes that have been applied to an object or a shape. Now, let's say I take the pencil tool, and by default, I draw with the pencil on my page, right? It's that standard size. Well, I can adjust the size by selecting the stroke and changing the number. And then I draw again and I get, that size that corresponds to the stroke setting that I created. Here's something that gets a little bit frustrating. Inside the stroke panel, there's also something called a profile. Down at the bottom, I can change the profile of that tool so that the stroke has some character to it, like this thick and thin line, for example. So let's say I select that profile, I select the pencil, and then I start to draw. I'm still stuck with that basic appearance that is just that stroke line, that standard stroke line with the pencil. And then if I want to use that line profile, I actually have to go back, select the line, change the line profile on the stroke, thicken the stroke to get that attribute that I was looking for. And then once I do that, I go back to drawing with the pencil and it reverts to the original. Lame. Well, check it out. On the appearance palette, there is a little drop-down menu on the side, and this is where this setting is hidden. It's called New Art has basic appearance. What does that even mean? It means that the pencil tool or other tools like it will revert back to the default. That's what that means. Basic appearance. So if I uncheck that setting, what does that mean? That means that now the tool will remember the setting that I added to it. So now that I've removed that restriction, when I draw with the pencil tool, it is now going to adopt whatever attribute I set on the line profile or the stroke, stylizing that line so it looks cool. And now it will remember that and keep that setting so I don't have to keep going back, changing the stroke, adjusting the line. I don't understand why it's not like that from from the beginning. I don't understand why it's just not that by default. But if you ever run into that scenario where your attributes aren't changing, you got to go to the appearance palette and look and see if that new art has basic appearance is selected. And that is going to save you some time and some headache. So if you like this tip or you're interested in other ones, please check the links below. I have some courses that you can join and learn from me, Professor Patrick, or you can download some of my free tools and handouts and guidebooks that might help you with Illustrator and using Procreate on your iPad. All right. Thanks a lot. See you around.